turning on the camera.
Ring, ring, ring. Hello, pimps and vegans, and welcome back to Krown's Magical.
Pimps and vegans. We're rich again, though. We're rich.
Are we?
Yeah, it went up
How much?
a lot.
Oh, wow. And welcome back to Magic Intermoney.
No more yelling at the peasants from the balcony door, you fuck. Anyways, welcome back to the Krown Crypto channel. We're all rich again, kind of. I mean, Bitcoin went up $1,500 since we last spoke yesterday. It's been the biggest move since basically a week or two ago, which who knows if this one gets continuation as well. As the title might suggest, is this the big bad one that we're all waiting for? I actually do have a bit of reservation with this current one as it is. But of course, it was a bit of a, I never like saying this because it comes off in the wrong tone, but it was a easier call to say, hey, Bitcoin likely to rally from this region within this sort of time frame date if it fails to break to the downside. This comes the hard part right here. I do expect over the next, it's going to be Thursday and Friday. So, well, tomorrow and Friday, basically. Big days. In fact, I'd say Friday is the biggest day, as that one is going to mark off the weekly closure for CME. Anyways, Trading View is being an absolute fuck right now and not loading the sidebar, but it does look like I can actually see a few things over here. So I think we're good enough to go. I'll spend a few minutes here, just kind of in the waiting room, as we do say, and chat it up as we do let some people coming in. I do want to take a few more sips of this damn water because I'm fucking thirsty right now, man. Didn't get the best night's sleep last night, but it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. PP thoughts here. PP thoughts, says AD. I don't know. We'll look at that one later. I'll have Elsa added to the list. But actually, today would be a very interesting day to be looking at a lot of the gutter shit coins. And when I say the gutter shit coins, I mean very specifically the ones that did not exist prior to 2023. If it existed prior to 2023, probably uninteresting. Probably uninteresting, to be honest with you. Probably uninteresting. What's up, a dingo ate my satoshis? Good morning to you, brother. Black Voices TV. Black Voices TV with a black fist as your avatar. Well, the name matches the avatar, and just don't hurt me, bro. Sorry, man. It's a super blue moon. It's a super blue moon. Is it? I haven't been following the tarot cards recently, so I'm actually not super in tune with that, but would kind of make sense, I suppose. Still kind of looking, for me at least, in September is where the real action does start to begin, which, to be fair, I mean, is literally like 2 days away. I keep on reminding myself that we're like at the end of August as of right now. Nick A says bullish bear market or bearish bull market. I certainly don't think that is a bear market, as I've been saying since like December. But it's not necessarily a bullish market either. It's a transitionary market. It's a trans market. We have a trans market, guys, and it's 2023, and trans is in, black is out, gay is out, lesbian out, trans in. That's right. So we're with the times, and it's a transitionary market, and probably going to be that way for, I do think another like 6 months to a year, honestly. It's going to take its time. It's going to take its time. So, obviously Bitcoin going up from like 15,500 to almost $32,000. Like, there's nothing bearish about that. Fucking obviously. Like, if price goes up more than 2x, it doesn't matter if you're a bull or a bear. I don't care what you call yourself. You're a bad trader, to just put it bluntly. If you're not bullish during that particular move. And that's the whole thing when it comes to like bullish or bearish. It really comes down to what time frame you're talking about. So fair enough right there. Yeah, my watch list doesn't really make sense right now as well. It looks like we got some good emoji responses from our BLM friends, so that's good. It makes me feel like all is well and good, so that's nice. He's giving some LOLs, so I salute you, my man. All good. Anyways, existentially wrinkle-free and structurally sideways. Yeah, something like that. Structurally sideways if you're looking at the very, very high term time frame still. But to me, the real question is how far do we play out this sideways? Where are the range lows going to come in at, and what sort of timeline are we looking at? And, still, I do think it's probably about a year out. I'm really following closely the analysis, which I will update probably each and every week, that I put out last Monday with regards to SPY making new all-time highs, coming into, or coming off of August lows in pre-election years within about a year, which is a very long way of saying August of pre-election years typically sets in the low, sometimes September as well, and the new all-time highs are made sometimes not very great new all-time highs, but new all-time highs nonetheless are made within about a year, and in some cases very much, very soon. In some cases, around the year marker, basically. So it does take some time, obviously. A pre-op market. I think it's a post-op market right now. We have, I do believe, seen a very strong portion of the trans market, but we haven't seen everything just yet. I do suspect. I still think that things take time. We're going to be having Fibbo Swanee back on the channel early September, I believe. Need to catch up with him. Actually, let me just bring up my Twitter messages over here. Let me see, what day did we plan for? Oh fuck, did we say Fridays? Fuck. Okay, well, that's going to have to change. But probably early September, it looks like. Probably early September is what I'm thinking. Let me just get my notes back up over here. I see Ali Al's in the house as well. What's up, man? BMA says, I just cut off my OnlyFans to watch Krown's live. Nice, man. I'm glad that you're here. The thing is that you don't have to pay for these streams. You don't have to pay for OnlyFans. So need to support those who need supporting. That's what I think, man. What's up, Sanaz? Good morning to you as well. It's been a long time. Been a very, very long time. I hope everything is well over in your side of the land. Snake Eater says, hey, what's up? What's up, man? I believe that's another OG of this channel, like going back to 2018. I definitely recognize that name. Only emotionally, says Post. Black Voices TV says this chat is lit. Yeah, man, I haven't seen you here before, but you know what? You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to be here. It sounds like you'll fit right on in, man. Yay, live stream, says Satoshi Nakamoto. It's him! Holy fuck! And your avatar looks much different nowadays, Satoshi. You look like you've been working out, I think. And you have a better style, and you look a little bit less Asian, actually, come to think of it. You look like you're from the Middle East, in fact. Nice telts, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Leslie Sensei says, hey, clown. Well, Grace, really good one, Leslie. Did you think of that one all by yourself? Holy shit. I'm not even going to answer that question. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Like, who the hell says that? Oh, God, man. Reps for Z's, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That I actually still follow Ziza's brother on Instagram just to like check in on what true delusion and mental illness looks like, and maybe a little bit of schizophrenia. And God, this guy, man, I just feel bad for him. Imagine being surrounded by thousands of yes men who just worship every little thing that you do and tell you that every little thing that you do is cool and right, and then all of a sudden you're fucking 40 or more. I think he's 40 or more now, and you're still a sick cunt bra. Jesus Christ. Oh man. Relax, says, hey, Krown. Also watched your channel for years now. Yeah, man. For the people who chat quite often here, I am I'm always aware of those names. Actually do at least I think I have a pretty good memory with that. But of course, if you haven't been chatting, then I don't recognize. All hail Krown. No, definitely do not do that, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. I am not the person to fucking hail by any stretch of the imagination. Jesus, man. I've dedicated my life to looking at fucking magic internet money on charts, shit that doesn't even really exist. What's up, Winston Wolf? Hello, hello, hello. That is also what RuPaul says, the famous drag queen, who I've actually watched every fucking episode of. And again, look, man, I'm open-minded, okay? I've watched those. They're not even transvestites, are they? I guess they're something else. I don't know what the fuck they are. They're drag queens. It's actually quite entertaining. It's also delusional. There's not much difference between a chest bra and a fucking drag queen. Both delusional as fuck. I also use my sub account Samuel. I think I've seen that one, but I also know Michael Blast, of course, man. Crazy Krown, good to see you live again. What's up, Pierre? Good morning to you, ma'am. Good fucking morning to you. My daughter says hi to Uncle Krown. Hello, son or woman or daughter or niece. Probably one of those should work. Good morning, Stardom Young. Hopefully she's ready for the video today. Krown Fight Night. Yeah, man, it looks like things are going to be locked in here. I was speaking with the organizers. I'm actually just bringing up my chats right here. So speaking with them this past weekend, it looks like we do have a match. It looks like it's all set for November, so I'm pretty fucking excited, man. It's going to be live streamed. It'll be in Dubai, and I think I have to wait for like the official announcement that they want to be having, because they want to make sure that like it's all like kosher by the WBC, who's actually involved with the event, like a legitimate boxing commission, which is really fucking crazy, man. Like the first boxing match that you ever have in your life is that. I don't know what to make of that, man. Freaks me the fuck out, man, especially when I'm high as fuck at night. Not things to be thinking about in that mindset. MMA or boxing? No, man. It's full boxing, only boxing. King Cosmic. Only boxing. I don't know nothing about MMA, and I certainly don't want fucking kicks coming at my face. Holy shit, man. My coach is a kickboxer, and he shows me some shit sometimes, and I'm just like, nope, no. I don't want none of that, man. Get that shit out of here. Do not kick me in the fucking face. Oh, there's Elsa. Get the fuck out. Knight says, hey, from Oakland, California. What's up, man? I actually grew up quite close to Oakland, in San Francisco, or closer to San Francisco, I should say. Good morning, Mr. KG. I'm with you, Krown, since you had 1,800. Holy shit, man. Holy fuck. It seems like so long ago now. It really does. Do you miss Chicago? Do you live on the Gold Coast? Did you live on the Gold Coast? No, I lived in River North. There's certainly things that I do miss about Chicago. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's some amazing things there for sure. I know Elsa absolutely loves it too. For her, it's like a really special place. I hear nowadays it's kind of not necessarily the same thing because of, maybe governmental decisions in the area, shit like that I've heard. I wouldn't mind visiting, honestly. And it's a cool as fuck city, man. Like it truly is. I think one of the best cities in America, maybe after, a lot of people are going to say New York. I do not like New York. I think Chicago is a better version of New York, and then every other city is like, whatever. Finland wins. Yeah, man. I love my time here in Finland as well. When we live here for about half the year, especially when it's warmer, that's good. When it starts to get cold as fuck, not a big fan. BitBoy failed the drug test for the fight. A few things with that. I actually did contact BitBoy's team to set up a match for that time, but they did notify me that he was busy during that date, unfortunately. So fair enough, but the show goes on, and I should be able to make an announcement, I think this week. I think this week they'll have everything settled up, at least that's what I'm told, and then we can have some more fun, I suppose. Okay, cool. Chi-Town represent. Nice, man. We got some Chicago people in here. Gold Coast is cool as well, man. I spent some time over there for sure. It's nice that it's right by the beach and everything too. Pretty fucking sweet. Just trying to stack up some Bitcoins before we start going uppies. But boy, don't want the smoke. One Krown mutiny bio. That's actually what surprised me the most about the BitBoy stuff is that, I knew he had a team because I've been on his show once, and there seemed to be like maybe 5 to 10 people behind him, kind of running the show. But this was like 2-3 years ago now. But like when I heard about this news, it sounds like it's not just his team. Like he is a part of a team. He's not like the founder of that team, or maybe he is a founder, but he doesn't, own the majority of that company. So very, very interesting to see, man. Very, very interesting to see. I actually really don't have any, I know a lot of people like to hate on BitBoy. I don't really have any like bad feelings towards him or anything like that. Honestly, I do understand that addiction's like a serious thing, and, just hope that he can get the help that he needs in that regard, because he does have a fucking family after all. I mean, like imagine that's your dad or some shit. Imagine your parents also took you to the Michael Jackson's fuck ranch as well. I mean, it could be one of those two things, and then you'll be wishing your dad was on drugs, or maybe they need to be on drugs just to do that. I don't fucking know. Lilith's Music says Aussie shitcoin for you, sir. Yep, we'll look at that a little bit later. I think we can actually start to get into the analysis of today. Yeah, hopefully this one should be good. Is Super Chat off? Trying to submit. I don't know what's going on right now, man, to be honest with you. It does seem like some people are can shoot them in, some people cannot. It is what it is, man. I'm dealing with issues on TradingView over here. So, let's just get into it. Let me prepare everything. Okay, got my notes over here. Got this ready over here. Bit dad. It's going down and make me poor again. It does look like the price is correct on the charts right now. It's just like, as you can see on the right hand side, it's not loading. So just a little bit annoying, but I think that we can work through this one. It shouldn't be a deal breaker here. So I'm gonna take a sip of this water, and then we'll get into the actual content of the day, and then we can go back to chatting. We'll get through some of these super chats, and I'll be on for maybe like another hour or something like that. I do have a few things to get to today, setting up for everything. Is that one scary lady named Elsa here? She's not a lady, actually. But yeah, she's here. Do you want to see her? What the fuck? Well, then why do you sound like a duck? Why do you sound like a duck? Water, yes. Universal law's been around long enough. He knows people used to really complain about these sippy sips. Holy shit, man. I used to get like these, there was like a few very long emails that I get talking about how unprofessional it is to be drinking water on a stream. And I would just respond like, I'm not a professional. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're holding me to standards that don't exist, okay? Like, no one's a fucking professional in cryptocurrency, okay? When I was a trader in professional land, in traditional land, we had to get like licenses and shit. You know, I had to get a Series 56. In crypto land, you don't need none of that. There's no such thing as a professional here. We're all fucking morons. We're all fucking morons looking at an asset that barely fucking moves for 2 months. And still somehow interested. Like, delusion, my friends, delusion. All right, sweet. Welcome back to the Krown Crypto channel. It's a nice little Wednesday morning over here. And today's analysis is going to be focused on things that are most relevant for the end of the week here, specifically for Thursday and Friday, as we do head into the end of the month and the end of this week, which can very much give us an indication as to whether this pump is legitimate or not. But I first want to cover over the analysis that we've been having for the past, it seems so long now, but I guess this is like the past 2-3 weeks since Bitcoin had that short-term move to the downside right here in middle of August, and then traded sideways for some time, which was giving us, I would say, and I don't like using these terms, but a relatively easy sort of analysis and saying, hey, the longer that Bitcoin goes sideways here within this next like 5 to 10 day spread, or 10 to 15 day spread, then the more likely it is to, well, pump back up. Now we're at the pump part. So the easy part is over. This part is where things get a little more interesting. So I am actually going to get rid of the right-hand side because TradingView is wrecked today, I guess. I don't really know what's going on over there. It seems like the issue is universal, so fair enough. But first things first. So if we start off over here with the monthly, which the monthly is going to be closing tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Thursday, the last day of the month. We can see that Bitcoin is going to be trading right around that yellow moving average. What is that yellow moving average? It is a 20 simple moving average. And just generally speaking, over the full history of Bitcoin, you can see that it is, more or less gotten things right. It's gotten things right in terms of, where Bitcoin is at within the context of its market cycle. When it's above, generally good, especially if it has a positive slope. If it's below, generally bad, especially if it has a negative slope. And when it's kind of sideways, when you see that the slope is flat, then, well, you get something like this, where it's mostly a sideways market. Again, if you were to put this on an actual line chart, despite, the black swans and whatnot, when we kind of equate for just getting rid of all the wicks, and just look at the closures, you can see that things were more or less sideways here for quite some time. Anyways, going back to the good old dildos, we can see that the monthly 20 simple is currently at 27,597 on Bitcoin index. Again, closing tomorrow night, currently trading about 100 and change below that at 27,435. A lot of things can happen within a day and a half or a day and 18 hours within this case. So I would say that is, significant, obviously. Bitcoin can remain above it, a good signal that Bitcoin is going to continue to trade sideways probably into September. I do think that we'd see another sideways month, but that would be certainly more on the bullish side. So that'd be the soonest thing that can happen that would start to really set the tone for the next few months to occur. And again, I want this analysis to really be viewed in alignment with the analysis that I put out last Monday, not this past Monday, but last Monday, where we went over the interplay between the August in pre-election years and how it set in the low, typically in August, based off of extreme reads on the McClellan oscillator, sometimes in September, but usually within August for the past 20 years, then leading to a new all-time high within traditional markets within about a year, sometimes very, very quickly, sometimes, around that year mark. And sometimes the new highs were not all that significant, just a little bit, namely 2007. But that I do think is worth keeping in the mind right now. Now, the second most important thing happening the soonest would be on Friday. We have the weekly close for CME, and the weekly can have a chance potentially to close above that yellow moving average. Again, the 20 simple right here. And another sort of just general interplay that Bitcoin likes to get rejected at this region during its, quote unquote bear markets, and it likes to use that as, a general support within its bull markets. Did I say it gets rejected there in bull markets? No, I mean that it gets rejected there in bear markets, generally speaking. So looking at it as it is right now, that's exactly where Bitcoin has gotten rejected thus far, and it is starting to turn into a negative slope. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that while that move to the upside was, again, a little bit more on the easier side to be calling for, this is the difficult part because it's exactly where you'd be expecting a rejection if this one is going to eventually come lower. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be looking at the 2019 fractal, the good old fractals over here. And to be fair, there are a lot of things that rhyme, right? Bitcoin goes through its, year and a half long downside market, ending in capitulation in December 2018, reclaims a 20 simple, boom, big move to the upside for that pre-halving run, if you want to call it that. And then it breaks down below that 20 simple on the first move. And then after a few weeks of sideways, boom, big move to the upside, just tests though, reject, a little bit lower, and then a pump up to actually, higher above that, which did eventually, fall out. It was a bit of a black swan, but, if we didn't see a black swan there, could it have traded sideways into this and, it looks something more like this? Perhaps yes, like something like that maybe. But ultimately, we don't know. Anyways, a lot of similarities over here. Bitcoin down only for about a year and a half, finds its lows over here, reclaims a 20 simple, boom, 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 new highs, lose it right here for a tick, comes back up, retests it, so far rejected. So like I said, this is pretty much that low $28,000 region is where you would be expecting a rejection if you are more on the bearish side, which it has gotten rejected from thus far, for at least from what I can see. Anyways, we can move on to the next chart now. Those were the two most important things. Of course, also on the weekly, I do want to be aware that that there is potential for hidden bullish divergence to be populated here of 1, 2, 3. Would this be 3 drives? Yeah, it actually would be 3 drives because that one is slightly higher. Yeah, so that would work with in this case. But it needs to close this week above 27,100. If that is to say that Bitcoin Bulaw's hopes are alive as long as Bitcoin's above 27,100. So we have this trading range now between 27.1 and about 28.2, where the weekly 20 simple was. And so as long as Bitcoin's between there, no real decisions have been made. Above 28.2, again, on a weekly closure especially, okay, that looks good enough for probably another retest of the highs of this rally, 31, 32, and probably new highs from there if I had to guess. And 2, if Bitcoin does lose about 27.1, then no longer do you have hidden bullish divergence. And at that point, actually would probably look for that fractal to play out. Now, I do want to put one last thing on top of this, just because, we're already here. I wasn't going to include this one to begin with, but, this does also play hand in hand with the hash ribbons indicator that we did look at, where I'm looking for right now, that we did look at a few weeks ago, which signaled off that blue buy signal, which was, let me get rid of all of this, which was, yes, it was, or actually that is all relevant, so I'll keep it on, signaled off right here in early August, signaling that the prior weekly low, which was 25,800 or so, is the low to be mindful of, meaning that again, the relationship with this one is that anytime that we do see that blue buy signal, typically the weekly low prior to the blue buy signal has not been closed below, in most cases ever again. Now there have been 15 of these prior signals. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, 15 prior ones. And of those 15, 13 did work out in the fashion that I just explained. 2 of them did not, where they did close below the prior weekly low, and actually didn't just close below the prior weekly low, but crashed after that. One of them was, of course, the Rona dump over here, actually. And the other one, a little bit more recent, was coming off of the 2021 new all-time high, which Bitcoin actually did make a new all-time high before. It did come back down after that. So, fair enough. Anyways, that one is still active as well. So moving on now, I do want to get into the HPDR ranges. There is a few things of interest right here. Again, top side of the current 4-hour range high coming in around upper 26s. I expect that that's actually going to move up to that 27.1 region soon. But if you're looking at a 4-hour, that'd be the relevant region for right now. Currently, struggling a little bit around that 80% of historic returns range highs, as you can see right there. If we start to see volatility start to contract a lot more, whilst it's still above, especially in these more what's called critical regions right here, at that point, yeah, I would be looking for a bit of mean reversion actually. But for right now, it's probably going to take another half day before we have any sort of interesting reads on that. I think the daily popped back into the range. Yeah, indeed it did. And what do you know? The daily range low right here is 27.1. So I really like that 27.1 region below there. Yeah, it's I'd have to get bearish once. I'd have to actually get bearish a little bit. Probably for another retest of last week's low and maybe even a little bit lower towards 24,800. But as long as Bitcoin's above there, Bulaw's hopes stay alive. As long as Bitcoin's below 28.2, Bitcoin Barraw's hopes stay alive, kind of in that case. Anyways, moving on now to stochastic momentum. We did point out on the 5-day chart yesterday that it was going to be coming into collision with the 5-day, trendline regression coming in from the last few major lows here. That would be, I think it's actually better seen on spot price action, but I can't pull up my regular charts over here, but it is the same thing basically. As you can see, it's starting to come in collision with that. Still though, the pivot is 29,200. The thing is though, is that on the next closure, this pivot I suspect will come down from that number, hopefully significantly for the Bulaw's sake. If it comes down to where price action is right now, 27 or 27.5 and starts to turn around this region, that'd be another damn good indication that we're going to see another pretty impressive bounce at minimum, and maybe even just the next major, low before, severe continuation. Moving through the different lists, though, we can see that the 2-day time frame also crossing up from a very, very critical region right here within the context of low volatility. Current pivot is 26,100, closing tomorrow night. Daily time frame is also going to be showing upside momentum as long as Bitcoin's above 26,250. 12-hour time frames also be showing upside momentum as long as Bitcoin's above 26 basically. 6-hour time frame also up above 26,700. 4-hour time frame also up above 27.1, and hourly is probably also going to be, oh no, it's actually down below 28.1. So what is that? What does that align with? It aligns with short-term Bitcoin Bulaw's. The longer that Bitcoin stays here, the more and more likely it's going to turn bearish. Basically, if it does fail to crack back above 28.2. So it's kind of like the opposite of before, where over here it's like the longer that this one goes sideways, the more and more likely it's going to pump back up. Kind of the opposite over here, meaning that Bitcoin Bulaw's, do have maybe like a 5, maybe 10-day spread where they get to, have the ball in their court and push things up. But if they don't really take things within that time or that context, I would be looking for this one to return back down to those lows actually. Anyways, I think that's a good place for me to be leaving off on this particular video. This is actually coming in on a live stream right now. So if you're watching this at a later time, we're actually be doing the live streams from now on Wednesday mornings. I'll even be pushing the time a little bit earlier in the coming weeks as we do move around. But with that said, I want to wish you the best as always. Take care, much love, and see you hopefully Thursday. Nice one, sirs and zers. We got through it. And I need some water right now, like desperately. Where is Ilsa? Well, if you can spell her name properly, she might exist, but you can't. I've seen so many different what?
Just water.
No, I have enough water. I just need to drink it. What water? All good, Mr. Remus. All good, Mr. Remus. You're in fact the only person I've ever seen named Remus, except for that guy in Harry Potter. Now tell us how you really feel about Bitcoin chart. It is kind of difficult here because this is exactly where you'd expect a rejection if it's gonna be bearish. That's what's difficult about it. But I suspect that if you see the monthly close above tomorrow night, and then especially if the weekly close above, that's clearly bullish to me. That is clear signs, clear indications of continuation. And now that I recognize that the 4-hour time frame is also right at that 200 simple as it is right now too. So Fair enough. Supplies have been tapped. Supplies are being tapped right now. This is actually a great example of the supply being tapped. Someone made a Twitter comment the other day that I thought was like fucking genius. He said something along the lines of like, it's all just a bunch of bank manipulation, but have no fear. I trade the smart money concepts. Why trade against the banks when you could trade with them? Like, yeah, man, the banks are drawing lines on their chart. It's true. They don't hire, mathematicians and statisticians and figure that shit out. Interesting stuff, sir. Riveting. A piece of Reese says, did you start saying much love after my comment, much love? I don't know. Maybe. Let's see. Close above 27.8. Good as well. 27.8 doesn't really do much for me. I mean, it's obviously better than going down, but it doesn't really do too much for me, personally. I don't really see any major relevance of that region. The banks hate them. That's right. And then I can also, what's it called? Oh my God. What's that fucking thing called? What's that thing? What's that stupid shit that your friends do, sir? Where they think that they'll like think something and then it'll come true. Yeah, manifesting. I'm manifesting my money, bitch. Oh, shit. Banks hate me. I'll just take out some loans and manifest the interest back.
No, you need to manifest the perfect boyfriend.
and manifest your perfect boyfriend by being a bitch. Look, if manifesting works, why don't the starving kids in Africa do it? Just saying, okay? Just fucking saying. How about people who have real fucking issues? Do they just not know about manifesting? God. Delusion. I fucking love that word delusion. It's delusion. Delusion. You're fucking delusional. You're fucking delusional. Many fisting. That's a category on Pornhub, sir. Not the same thing. Although some people do manifest many fistings as well. That's for sure. That's for sure. In many different ways, it can happen. I should be nice to. I didn't say anything about you. I just said your friends. They like. She has friends who like manifesting shit. It's like, all right, that's great.
You're rude and you yell at me.
I'm rude and I yell at you. Well, maybe shut the fuck up. Sorry, couldn't help it. I'm manifesting 100,000. I'm already spending it, bitch. I'm already spending it. You have to actually believe most don't have the capacity. I mean, I do understand there are legitimate things of manifesting. Like, you do have to start with thought. Obviously, all thoughts are started before action is taken. Yes, no shit. But it's the action that gets you that, not the thoughts, unfortunately. How dare you, Krown, giving honest opinions online these days. It's time to get banned. It's time to get banned. You've heard of manifesting, but have you heard of woman-festing? I think my apartment's woman-fested. Manifest my delusions. That's right, man. All right, let me get to some of these super chats here. I realize that I'm completely slacking. What are you sending me? Oh, you're sending me screenshots from your phone. I see what you did there. I see what you did. Okay, that was very clever, sir. All right, pee-pee thoughts here. Okay, we can look at some pee-pee. Hopefully this portion of TradingView works still. It looks like it does, actually, so that's good. Still bad. I think it actually probably is putting in a bit of a low here, honestly. But putting in a low here is not the same thing as like, it's never going lower ever again. No, it's probably going to bounce up and put in a lower high. So, I don't know, maybe somewhere around this region here. Somewhere around there would be fair game. Overall, I think that this one has probably topped out for quite some time. And you're going to see like a general downtrend. And, maybe gets a rally somewhere around this region, and I'll be looking for another lower high, and then probably comes down. Like I said, there's not a whole hell of a lot of history here, to be fair, but I think that this one's going to be entering into remission for an extended amount of period before it ever tries anything else to the upside. But to be fair, if I'm being more neutral about this one, what I would say is that it's a meme shitcoin. It's a great meme. It's actually one of my more favorite ones. But the thing with it is that it probably will be really, really good if and when you get that next cycle. This will be a one to watch, just because it's got a lot of things going for it. It's got a great meme. It was made in 2023, and that's it. And that's really good. And that's really, really good, actually. But I still think it's going to take some time, man. Nick says, oh, no, I already got to that one earlier, actually. Lilith says, Lilies or Lillis? Aussie shitcoin for you, sir, to take a look at NXD. NXD, okay. NXD. Thank you for specifying the exchange that it's on. Weekly's coming off the 200 simple right here. I'd be looking for a bounce, man. I don't know what the hell happened over here. Obviously, someone went to jail or something really bad. But over here, extreme volume coming down to test the 200 simple. Classic bounce area. I'd probably be looking for it to bounce up at least to like 86 cents in the coming weeks. Is that going to be like the next major low? I don't know. The monthly's pretty fucking ugly, but I suspect that it goes for a bounce first, and then rolls over like later this year, early next year if it's going to roll over. But bounce first. Usually don't make too much money. I haven't made too much money by shorting into the 200 simple on the first test, especially on a fucking weekly. Very rarely. Quick look at Carderpio, por favor. All right. This was a shitcoin that was well before 2023, so probably not going to be great. And what do you know? Pretty fucking ugly. Pretty fucking bad. Pretty fucking bad right here. Already coughing up the overwhelming majority of the bounce from yesterday. I would say it's not good, man. And this is my fear of what happens to Bitcoin right here, getting rejected right at that 20, in this case, 20 exponential. But, this one looks quite weak to me. Monthly. Before I was saying maybe Carderpio's put in a macro low here, but I'm starting to lean the other direction. I think this one could break down further. It's hard to tell though, because obviously that would imply that Bitcoin needs to break down as well. So if Bitcoin does get rejected here and then comes back down to last week's low, a little bit lower, okay, you probably do get a breakdown here, but very, very weak overall, man. Very, very weak overall. 4-hour time frame, yeah. Just return back to those lows, somewhere around 26 cents. Mr. Don't Ask 007 says, love you, Krown. What's up, man? In your strategies when automated, how do you consider drawdowns, minimum min trades, mark? What do you mean min trade? Oh, like the minimum amount of trades that like you have? Okay, so let me bring up like, let me see if I can bring up an example. All right, let me just bring it up. This might take a little bit of time because TradingView is being very difficult right now and overall fucking annoying, man. So let's see if I have it. Come on. Can I find it? Why? It should be here. Is it here? Okay. It's loading. Is it going to work? Are you going to work? Are you actually going to work? Come on, baby, work. It's loading. It's trying. Oh, come on. Yes, it worked. Okay, it worked. All right, here we go. I'll bring it up over here. Okay, so this would be an example. So I'm just gonna kind of go through it alongside with you, just so that we can make sure that we're talking about the same shit. Okay, so how do you consider drawdowns? So drawdowns, when you're looking at the TradingView thing over here, it's measuring the drawdown to your overall portfolio, to your overall equity. So there is a little bit of a misnomer there. Like if you're looking at these ones, but I expect that you are, because you're specifically asking about automated stuff, which is what we do here on TradingView. But basically, when it comes to drawdown, yes, talking about the equity, not the drawdown for a trade. Like the trade, goes against you, for example, different things. So how do I consider it? Well, that's how I define it. I don't really know what you mean other than that. Or maybe maybe you're asking like what's acceptable. Highly personal, but in my experience, it should be, like if you have a net profit that's like 10%, your max drawdown should be like no more than 2%. That would be my kind of relationship right there. But again, personal thing. Some people can live with greater drawdowns. Some people cannot. Anyways, minimum trades depends on the time frame. If you're on a lower term time frame, you should be able to get at least, it's certainly at least 100. Certainly at least 100. But I feel a lot better when I start to see like 200 to 300 trades populated. On time frames that are like, especially like 15-minute or lower. This is a 10-minute, for example, and it has 487. You can see this basically been chopping sideways here since the market started going sideways. So it doesn't really, it needs volatility basically is what this strategy needs. You can see it just when it's sideways, the equity curve goes sideways too. Market context, I think that you should always have different strategies for different portions of the market. Yes. So like when things are going sideways, I don't really think any strategy is worth it. I mean, is it worth it to just trade this shit over here? It's like, I guess you're kind of slowly going up over time, but I actually don't even think it's worth it. So for me, I want to see volatility is what I want to see most. And then, okay, is this in a general uptrend or a general downtrend? Then I'll just kind of, employ strategies that are in alignment with that. That's how I generally do it. Or if I have multiple going on, like long and short, I'll just allocate more or put on greater size on the ones that are within the context of the current trend, like the dominant trend that is. Knuckle Storm says, "You look sexy as fuck again today, Krown. Thanks, man. I'm blushing. Thanks for all the analysis." Wow, that was a really sweet message, man. I'm in my underwear. Ben0613 says, man, you have asked about this damn thing for like, it's got to be years now. But let's see, where is it? Versus USD on DERP. Okay, let's see. First, I want to see the higher term time frame weekly. Yeah, again, like I'm just never gonna like a chart like this, man. Once it has this one parabolic blow off top, just reject. This is exactly where you'd be expecting another rejection. Barely got a rally with yesterday's move. Probably does try a little bit more of an upside move here. I mean, it'd be really pathetic for it to fall down exactly from here. I don't think that's what's happening. But then again, it's really difficult with these altcoins, man. Really difficult. Hey, I can't bring up my damn. Oh, I'm just drawing shit. Whoops. All right, let's try this. I do see some hidden bearish divergence there, I guess, on the 4-hour time frame. So if it does fall back down, I mean, that's fucking ugly. But I still think it's probably more likely to bounce here, especially as long as you're above the 200 simple. I'd probably play it in bounce mode. But just long term, man, weekly, monthly, not great. Yeah, it already got the pity bounce off of this last spike low here, so not one of the strong ones, man. Again, this would be an example of a 2021 shitcoin. It gets no love this cycle. It gets no love. That's the problem. Life of Darrell says, Tesla, please, daily, weekly. Nice. Actually given some time frames there. Good shit. Let's see. Daily, uppity up. Probably be looking for this one to continue on with a rally somewhere around 265. Mid 260s. Weekly, high or low. Do we have any divergences to be aware of? Actually, no. Yeah, unfortunately, no, which would have made things a little bit easier. But I do like this as a higher low right now. Yeah, much better. Much better. Just want to see the weekly close like here or higher, and I'd be looking for this one to run its way back up towards like 280. And then obviously anywhere above, 299, this prior high right here, anything above there, and I'd be looking for big moves up past like 310, 315 region. And then this one really starts to look good at that point. But for right now, yeah, short-term continuation, just see where those major pivots are. I'm going to take another sip of this water, man. It smells like fucking rotten eggs in here for some reason. Oh, they're doing construction outside. That's what's going on. We're no longer living in the spider's nest, though, so that's good. The weather's turned a bit here in Helsinki, so all the spiders are dead. It's a fucking holocaust, actually. All right, let's see. Degenerate Speculator says, Cardano breakdown is good. Thanks, sir. All good, man. All good. Darrell said, wait, no, we already got that one. Okay. Oh, we have Life of Darrell and Darrell. Will the real Darrell please stand up? You guys both want the same things. Prometige says, ZW wheat futures. Okay. Let's see what an actual commodity is looking like over here. Bad on the weekly, man. Yeah, this one's coming down. This one looks like it actually does want to break its 200 simple on the monthly in this case. Yeah, weekly, I'm looking at a couple drives of hidden bearish divergence come off this last rejective high right here. I don't know if it's going to be on this try, but I think within the next month or two, this one does break down further towards like 540, 550. I'm curious what a quarterly looks like here, just to see. Kind of a bouncy area in the quarterly, so I don't know how overall bearish I'd get, but I do think that it tries a little bit lower. Cool. Site size says CKB shitcoin daily, please. Alrighty. Oh, it exists. All right. Nervos network. Bad. Fucking bad, man. Over the long term. You know, the only thing right here is that, you know, you're at your current, you already bounce off of your current all-time low. So you get the pity bounce there usually. But you're looking at a daily. It's just overall weak, man. That's the problem with it. You know, it doesn't rally with Bitcoin yesterday, and it dumps. I mean, it gives it up as you know, the first chance that it gets. Or it got a little bit of a rally yesterday, but just not anything interesting. Hey, get this chart back up there, you fuck. Overall, you know, I think best you're going to get here is corrective pumps for a while. And if it does, like, let's just say, you know, full hopium ahead, it does get a corrective pump, you know, maybe pump up to like 3 or 4 tenths of a cent, something like that. I think that's best case scenario. I'd probably be going more or less off this. Hidden bearish divergence on the weekly, more likely to come down, I suspect. What's up, Mr. Blitz? Can you do Alchemy Pay? Can you give me a ticker? That would be much better, man. I'll just type it in. All right, let's hope for the best. Alchemy Pay. Okay, it does exist there. Oh, motherfucker, it's one of these pieces of shit. Okay, well, actually, no, we have this right here. Okay, that's better. Oh, it's... Looks really great, man. All in. Wow, I love losing money. I just love when the charts go straight fucking down. It's not playing through the stream. No problem. Coming right up. Coming right up, sir. Coming right up.
It's just doing the rendering.
How fucking dare you? No, it is back.
It is?
Well, I don't know.
Now it's back.
Are we back or what? Please confirm. God.
It's back.
Welcome back to the Krown Crypto channel.
I'm a handy lady.
Mother of a bastard.
I fixed it.
Elsa derped it. Let's see. We got a couple more here. Ticker 5403. What dis? All right. It's on something. Or what is this? Taipei? Is this Taiwanese? Taiwan? Or is that right? Is that Taiwanese? Is that how you say it? Don't know what time frame you're looking at, ma'am. Overall, I really like it long term, but I don't know what time frame we're on, so I don't really know where to go with this one. See what a 6 months looks like. Long term, really fucking good, dude. But short term and more of a consolidation here. Probably be looking for this one to grind it out sideways and a little bit down. But I just don't know what time frame you're on, man. Zaka Gibbard says, can you look at Bone? Sure. Is this a crypto or a real stock? Let's see. It's probably a fucking crypto. It's fucking Bone's Shiba swap. Not as bad as what I would have expected, actually. In fact, it does have weekly higher lows. I don't hate it. For all the shitcoins we've seen today, it's one of the stronger ones. But yeah, still short term, I do think it comes back down. $1.25. Hidden bearish evidence on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, volatility taken up here. Probably back down to these lows. Degenerate Speculator says, can you take it easy on the Cardano game? I'm not going hard or taking it easy on anyone. I'm just giving it a legitimate opinion. We're a shitcoin, but with you yourself, you're an actual shitcoin, sir. What the fuck? I thought you were a human being. We're a shitcoin, but with a good community. Haha, trying to build something cool while people are offing and throwing tomatoes at us and shit. Well, you literally called yourself a shitcoin, so people are just giving you more of what you are. Look, I don't have any hate or love towards any coin really. Cardano is quite bullish on it on the way up in 2021. Since it's topped out, I'm quite bearish on the way down. I mean, it's like looks great, bro. All in. I don't think that's just my real opinion, man. When it turns around and it's good again, I will be bullish on it for sure.
You have to remember, people are sensitive these days.
Elsa says people are sensitive, coming from one of the most sensitive people I know. Mikey says, hi, would you mind taking a look at Unfi? Okay. Unify. Is this sorry, no, I spelled that wrong. My apologies. Unfi. Yeah. All right, I think this is it. Let's go with this one. And pretty good. Actually, pretty fucking good. This one looks like it actually really will break out to me. Any sort of a tick higher than this high that you saw in February 20th, and I'd be looking for this one to give a nice move up closer to like $11-12 actually. This one acting significantly different than everything else that we've seen. This is a weekly, by the way. Daily, I think, continues on with the rally a little bit more till about 7:30, 7:40ish region, and then probably pulls back. And then the real question is, after that pullback, do you see a move back above this 763 high right here? If you do, at that point, I'd really start to look at this as like a major reversal, and it's probably going to work its way up into the mid-teens. Probably deeper teens over time if that happens. But for right now, short-term continuation and then a bit of a pullback there and then see what happens after that. And I think we got all the super chats for today. I'll stick around for a little bit longer. I do have a few other things to be getting towards. I think maybe I have another 5-10 minutes here. I'm going to take a sip of this water first. Osomatic says, Cardano 250 TPS. Are you taking that to the bank? I don't even know. Trade. Damn, stream is buffering again, but I think it's working. All right, cool, nice one. Thank God for that, man. I'll just be over here. We'll get rid of that right there. Wait till I find my lettuce emoji. There you go. Yeah, for whatever reason, I keep on seeing the stream as buffering. Did he say Cardano is gonna bottom? I don't know if that's how I'd call it, man. Please insult the Hexkins. I think that they've already received insult enough from legitimate regulators. But the thing is, like, there is no insult that you can give to Hexkins that will matter to them at this point, because if they're still in at this point, then they're riding or dying. they're dying. No, they're it's just they. Everyone's religious about something, and they decided to be religious about Hex and Richard Hart. So fair enough. More power to you, but well, I hope it goes better. I do think that this one will bounce from here, but bounce is not the same thing as like major reversal back to new all-time highs or anything even close. I think it'd be a fucking miracle to see this thing back around 2 cents again. Honestly, that would be my truly honest opinion. If it rallies back up to like 2-3 cents, that'd be a gift from God. And this one's going to be going at best sideways below those regions for a very long time, I suspect. What's up, bro? This is the Fist Man. The Fist Man. What's up, Fist Man? Do you use any Web3 dApps? No, I don't. I really don't. I'm really like, I think the technology in this space is cool, but I'm not that guy who's actually using it, or I wouldn't even say that. It's not that I don't care about it. It's just that's just not my thing, man. I'm looking at charts more or less, and kind of keeping an eye on it in the background. But for me, it's like a cool thing, but I'm not personally speaking, I'm not fully convinced by a lot of the things within this market. That's just personal opinion. I do think that, there's gonna be like a handful of very successful things. Probably Bitcoin's gonna be among them, maybe Ethereum, and probably a few other things. Maybe some things we don't even, haven't even been created yet. Jaw Project wants to look at CAS USD. All right, I know that this one's another new shitcoin. So let's see, or new-ish, see where it's at. All right, so it's getting a nice pullback here. Bearish divergence on the weekly, but we already kind of got the correction that I'd be looking for there. Came down about 36.5%. Don't look like much on the charts, but it is significant. It probably does try a bit of a bounce here, probably trades a bit of sideways here, but I do think that it will correct more over time, closer to 3 cents even. Longer term, I'm really split on this one long term, but basically short term, bit more of a bounce. Medium term, sideways and down, probably comes down to 3 cents, and I want to come back to it after that. Really wouldn't want to see it below like 2.5 cents if it's going to remain long term bullish. It starts to lose that area, then yeah, I'd be calling tops for a very long time. But for now, more of like a prolonged consolidation, most likely. Please, no offense to coins or tokens in this day's people is more sensitive to that than to humans or animals. Actually, in some ways, yes. Well, because people, as we kind of discussed earlier, I don't know if this guy was joking or not, but it was a perfect example from Degenerate Speculator. He says, can you take it easy on Cardano? We're a shitcoin. Notice the terminology that he uses there. He says we are, like we are a shitcoin. We are a shitcoin. It's like, I'm no longer a person. I'm no longer a human being. I am a inanimate shitcoin called Cardano. It's like people take it on as their identity. And when you take things on as your identity, then yeah, you're going to defend it, because in order, when someone else offends that or is a perceived offense, you're going to take that as like, oh shit, like they're attacking me. I could be dying. And so that's, it's very serious to them, of course. But that's also why you probably shouldn't align your identity with a nameless shitcoin that literally doesn't even know you exist, and it doesn't even really exist itself. It's an inanimate object. Doesn't fucking love you. Aaron H says, "Woo USD long term." All right, I think we'll end on this one actually, because my voice starting to go and I need to run some errands. Is there a head and shoulders pattern on CAS? I mean, if you call this right here left head right, not a humongous fan of these patterns, to be honest with you, but could call it that. I don't think it plays like that. All right, woo. All right, last one. I think my voice kind of going here. Bad, just bad, man, just bad. Again, coughs up the rally that it got yesterday almost immediately. Doesn't hold its gains. Generally just goes down. Don't like it, man. Don't like it. I think eventually it'll find its way back down to these December 2022 lows, but that's going to take some time. This is a monthly. I mean, it could take multiple months. For right now, just ugly. Any sort of a corrective rally to like 20 cents would be a gift, I think. Generally speaking, sideways and down is what I'd be looking for. So I think that's what we'll end things for today. Like I said, I'm a little bit crunched for time today. All right, one fucking more, but seriously, no more after this one. Matt Winnan says, "Hey, Krown, could you give me your outlook for a possible rally with FTM on the daily?" Let's see. Dude. For fuck's sake. God, no. Look, if this one did rally more, 24 cents is a gift. Just, ugh.
Are you saying there's a chance?
There's a chance, but Well, to be fair, like there are some signs of bottoming around this 17-cent region. To be 100% fair, it's just like, is this the bottom right here? Is it going to bottom off this right here? I highly doubt it. I think it's going to revisit that region, and you actually might see a longer form bottom, formed there. Could be something like that. Could it continue on with the daily rally? Let's see. How is it doing right now? It's a little bit on the stronger side compared to a lot of the other shitcoins we've seen. Not saying a whole hell of a lot, but I'd say if it does, you're probably looking somewhere around 22.7 to 23 cents, or somewhere between 22.7 to 23.5 cents. Generally speaking, I think at best this one's going to be going sideways for a while. So I do kind of take back my earlier discuss, because I do see some signs here of potentially a macro bottom, but it really need to go sideways here it would have to be at minimum like another 4 months, maybe 5-6 months, something like that. It would take a long time. But just for the daily rally itself, let's see, what does the 12-hour look like? I'm just not seeing anything like super conclusive, honestly. 4-hour wants to come back down and retest somewhere around 21 cents. I might even call the rally right here. I do think short term it comes back down to 21 cents. Big problems below about 20.7. All right, cool. I think that is good enough for today. Mr. Adingo Ace My Satoshis, all good, man. All good. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Giuseppe says, no coners have cried. Now bulls are going to get trapped. Perhaps yes. But yeah, I think it's a good place for me to be leaving off. As always, I want to say massive thank you for joining in. It's been fun times on these nice little live streams. We'll continue to do them on Wednesdays from now on, assuming that schedule allows for it. And I will see you hopefully soon. With that said, take care, much love, and until next time.
Write it, code it, name it, tweet it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it, and receive it. Trade it, buy it, sell it, store it, run it, list it, first rename it. Crypto logic. Pump it, hack it, lose it, dump it, sell it, ditch it, XR, pitch it, copy, paste it, nudge it, test it, build it, try it, bend it, fork it, hype it, pump it, dump it, rinse, repeat, but quick relocate. Pause it, list it, send it, burn it, pump it, hack it, quick rename it, take it, take it, blend it, send it, swell it, sell it, flip, unflip it, see it, watch it, learn it, know it, post it, tweet it, and repeat it, chart it, long it, short it, hedge it, post prediction, quick erase it, watch it, leave it, watch it, leave it, check it, click it, and refresh it, find it, drop it, crack it, lose it, curse it, pay it, to it, pay it, bar it, chart it, hide it, fight it, feel it, seal it, and unlock it, back it, send it, change it, blend it, mine it, grind it, how it, test it, praise it, curse it, trash it, hash it, scroll it, troll it, and upgrade it, save it, make it, blend it, send it, swell it, sell it, flip, unflip it, see it, watch it, learn it, know it, post it, tweet it, and repeat it, chart it, long it, short it, hedge it, post prediction, quick erase it, watch it, leave it, watch it, leave it, check it, click it, and refresh it, write it, code it, name it, read it, mine it, stack it, live it, dream it, post it, scan it, charge it, send it, do it.